The Glass Menagerie was a cutting-edge Tennessee Williams play that has now become a part of classic American literature. The Upstream Theatre is producing their own revival of the play, and joining me is founding artistic director Philip Boehm and actress Linda Kennedy. I won't even get into your backgrounds, your bios, it'll put me to shame, but thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So we've kind of been dedicating the show talking about the Tennessee Williams Festival, and you're currently on show right now doing the Glass Menagerie. So maybe let's put it in context first with how it's a part of the festival and go from there.
Right,
So
well, Carrie contacted me some time ago with an interest in the festival and could we participate in some way. And of course, our season is such that we have 3 plays a season, but they last for 3 weekends. And so we, in conjunction with the festival, we decided to do this classic piece, the Glass Menagerie, perhaps in an unclassic way, but as it turns out, as a prelude to and part of the festival.
The festival. And so when you say in an unclassic way, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's the casting, which is not perhaps what people expect, and the second is that the way in which we approach it, the framework of the play is different. Many times, this play was written in the 40s, but it refers back to the 30s. It's a memory play. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in his stage directions, he says it can be done with unusual freedom of convention. And we take that to heart. And so we have the character Tom, who is very often played as a fairly youngish man playing an even younger person. Mm-hmm. We said it because we're interested in what this play means for us today. Mm-hmm. And so we have Tom coming in as an old man, and that gives us a chance to enter the world of the play almost from today's perspective, as he recalls it, as he's an old man, as if he's remembering this today from back then.
Yeah. And Linda, you're playing the mother, Amanda.
Amanda.
So how has that been for you? I said before we started, I don't think there's any character that you cannot play and play extraordinarily. But how's it?
One or two.
But how has it been taking on the Glass Menagerie and a Tennessee Williams play?
It's been a very interesting journey, because of when it was written and still putting it in context today. Being a mother, I play it from a mother's perspective.
And that comes through.
And how the issues, what it would have been like in the 30s during the Depression to have these young people, and you go into survival mode. At first, it was sort of like, how do I do this Southern accent? And then it was like, but I am Southern, so it's written in a way that she has a rhythm, and so you don't have to worry about the rhythm of it. The only thing that I really kind of still struggle with is the colloquialisms themselves, how I might say something and the way it's written. And I think sometimes in some of the places he purposely didn't write them the way that people would normally say them, because it puts it in a different rhythm when it's sort of switched around.
Well, let's talk about the character of the mother, because it's sort of based on Tennessee Williams, his mother. Is that correct? Elements of her personality?
Elements of her personality, elements of her history. And certainly as parents, we always want the best for our child. We want them to not have the struggles that we may or may not have had. We want them to have a life that is free of turmoil. And how do you accomplish this? How do you, encourage this? Especially when you have a child who's seen by society as less than. But you see all of the possibilities for that child. And so when Amanda looks at Laura, she sees a pretty young girl. She doesn't see her trapped in a body that society says can't. And so I'm sure that puts Laura in a position of how do I fulfill my mother's wishes, but I'm also under the pressure and scrutiny of the whole, you know, and that sort of traps her even more.
Right. No, I think that's a great way of sort of describing that, how a mother thinks of her child. We're going to have to take a quick break. We've got the information there for you on the screen. It's the Glass Menagerie at Kranzberg Arts Center, April 29th. It's going on right now through May 15th. It's on its own, put on by Upstream Theatre, but it's also part of the Tennessee Williams Festival St. Louis. For more information, go to upstreamtheater.org. But stay with us. We have more to come. We're just going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.